Welcome to InstaLegal. Companies usually invest huge amount of money and time while imparting training to their employees, mainly to gain a competitive edge. So our today's question is related to this very training imparting, because what happens basically is once the company is imparting you any kind of a training and you are desperate to get a job, when you get that job, the employment agreement which you sign will have a clause which would be a bond that you can't leave the company within such period of time, or you have to spend this much of time. So my today's question is, can I resign even after signing bond with the company? To understand mainly the question here, we need to understand what is basically an employment bond. Now, an employment bond is a contract between an employer and an employee which usually has a negative covenant. Now, what is this negative covenant? Whenever there is an employment bond, it would consist of a clause mentioning the minimum time period required to remain employed with the company. Now, this minimum time period required to remain employed with the company is basically a negative covenant that you cannot leave the company after, like, say for example 3 years, unless you have served 3 years with the company. And usually such clauses, if they are violated, violation of the time period agreed would result in payment of compensation required to be paid by the employee to the employer. Now the question comes here, what would be the compensation that is required to be paid? For that, compensation usually is mentioned in the agreement itself, but mind you, it is not that amount which is required to be paid by you. So first let us see whether such kind of employment bonds are valid or not. The employment bond is required to be signed on a stamp paper for it to be valid and enforceable. If you have signed any employment agreement which is not on a stamp paper and it contains a negative covenant that you cannot leave the company within such period of time, or you can't get employed with another company while for a period of 1 year after you are resigned from the company, such kind of employment bonds, unless they are signed on a stamp paper, they are not valid and they are not enforceable. Second, the agreement bond must be signed without any force, coercion, fraud, or misrepresentation. It should be signed with free consent. Total free consent is the main basis for any employment bond to be applicable. Now, the Supreme Court has in various decisions has held that agreement must be reasonable, and if such agreement prohibits any agreement in restraint of trade for future, it is prima facie void. What does it mean? It only means that any agreement which is putting an unreasonable restriction which is against your fundamental right of Article 19(1), where you are being restricted to work for another company or for yourself, that such agreements would be restrained and would be hit by Section 27 of the Indian Contract Act. So it brings us to our main question, whether can I resign during the bond period? The simple answer to this question is yes. Yes, you can resign during the bond period. No company can force you to work for them. The law says that an employee is free to do any kind of work at any point of time, and no company can force you to remain employed with that company. However, if the resignation is permitted under the agreement, the necessary may be done, which usually includes a payment of huge sum of money to the employer once resignation is accepted. Now there is a catch here. The catch is that would the company be allowed to recover the amount which is mentioned in the bond agreement? For example, if the agreement says that you cannot leave the company beyond a period of 2 years, you have to work with the company for a period of 2 years, and if you resign after say 1.5 years, so the Supreme Court says that only for the 6 months period is the amount which can be recovered by the company after it is proved that the company has suffered losses. So it is not that whatever amount is mentioned in the employment board agreement is the amount that is legally recoverable. No. Now, if the resignation is accepted and the employer issues a legal notice for payment of the damages, unless the employer has incurred expenditure on imparting the training to you for enhancing your skills, no damages is required to be paid. Supreme Court is very clear on this point as well, that unless the employer is able to show that there was an expenditure which was incurred on the training, the employer cannot recover, irrespective whether it is mentioned in the agreement that this much amount is required to be paid by the employee. So the simple answer to the question is that I can resign during the bond period also, and no courts would enforce such an agreement which is one-sided. It will be declared as null and void, and only if the company has spent or has incurred expenditure in imparting a training would that become a valid contract between the parties. However, in such case also, the recovery can only be to the amount of loss which the company is able to show to the court. Thank you very much.